running several dozen kilometers deep, splitting the world's equator in two. After 2 exploration watches, the crew intercepts a faint signal coming from one of the labor settlements in the deep chasm. Due to the unstable connection, the foreman mistakes your vessel for a winter-scale ship, one which was due to arrive 9 cycles ago. The foreman grimly reports over the weak channel that the adamantine ore deposits on the planet are nearly depleted, and that the planet will be fully mined out in less than a decade. With some difficulty, he picks up enough words to understand that the ship in orbit belongs to another rogue trader house, then awkwardly apologizes and falls silent. At some point, the connection cuts off completely, and you leave the foreman and his prospectors to wait for their real master. He seems upset by the hat. Chat, we have a chip visit, but his eyes are really wide. Gabe, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. I think he was upset by the hat, and he was flailing around, and Gabe was like, what if I put this ball of claws in your face? And I was like, no, I don't want that. Okay, let go. Alright. Someone said I think you missed something in the void station. Really? I don't think so, but I'll double check. Alright, double checking the cubby. Hang on.
Another notch.
I think this was just a way that you could have attacked that group from a different angle. I don't think there was anything in there. Hat-wearing mug streamer assaulted by fashion critic Orange Cat Ball live on air. I don't know, make for good content. Yeah, he didn't seem to be a fan of that. Poor Chip. What do you mean, poor Chip? Alright. Let's reduce the warp difficulty here. And also there. Alright, Muro 79. A strange and frightening discovery was made at one of the sites on this frozen world. Countless human bodies suspended in the clear ice of a glacier. The bodies showed no signs of injury. It was as if they dived into liquid water the moment before it turned to solid ice, freezing them in place with their eyes wide open and their hair fanning out behind them. Searches uncovered nothing that could explain this mystery. Quick save. Unknown ships. There's nothing I can do to interact with them? Wait, oh. Lord Captain, we have an Imperial Navy squadron preparing to engage a pirate mob. The forces of both flotillas are comparable. Do you wish to intervene? We are engaging. Let us help the Navy crush the pirate scum. Damn you! All we want is to take charge of our own lives. If it means killing you, so be it. So they say.
Our enemies desire a bitter end.
Did Mike do anything about or with Yurlia yet? She came to the bridge and talked to me about how to view the world, and I was like, but the Emperor is great, and she's like, oh, you suck, and she left. Like, left the bridge. She's still on the team. Oh, is it finally my turn? Everybody go, give me a minute.
course. Commence torpedo launch.
So close to dead.
Void Master, if you please.
The Xenoscum not dead on the dogmatic playthrough. Alright, so I am doing the dogmatic options, except for when it will cost me a party member ring. That's what I'm doing. Because in my last playthrough, there are some people that are heretical on my team, and I never got to see the end of their stories. That is a big fancy ship.
The enemy shield is down. Time to unleash a counterattack.
Song.
Swing run.
Sail upon the seas of void. Unleash our fury.
I have assumed the game would twist your arm into it. Oh yeah, I've had options already to kill Adira and kill Irliet and get dogmatic points, but I did not take them. I didn't take the options.
Will erase their colors.
Engage the macro cannons. Drown them in the void.
I don't know what that far does. Increases enemy damage. Whenever a vessel inside this makes an attack, it suffers damage. Oh, okay. Alright, restart the shields.
We have destroyed their shield by the void. And their hope.
Swing run.
Void Master, if you please.
I think it's just a couple of interceptors is all that's left.
The destination is known.
Again, that should have done damage, but it didn't.
Launch the devastating payload. Let the macro cannons sing their twisted.
I knew you were a great Lord Captain, Cherry.
Fighters deck Fury Interceptors. Allows Fury Interceptors to be launched through torpedo tubes. A Fury Interceptor wing consists of 4 attack craft, each equipped with a heavy laser turret. Up to 2 wings of Fury Interceptors can be active at a time. Admiral Sarhull, thank you for your cooperation, Rogue Trader. The boarding party has captured Van der Roysen. Perhaps the poor girl has simply fallen under bad influence, and so I will personally see to her re-education. The reward for her capture is yours as promised. In addition, I am closing a particularly valuable... In closing, a particularly valuable trophy as a token of my sincerest gratitude. Gained 1 profit and rep with the Navy. Chirurgeon's Vow. Keep a stern eye on your prisoner. I can ask for the captive. I have no idea what I would need them for. I have no illusions. She is a piece of work, but I promised her parents I would take care of her. I dare not detain your lordship any longer. Repair hull. Manage void ship. Mars patterns, Steingeese, Riza. So that's better than the Mars one. Okay. Mezzo weapon lance. Add that to cargo. Upgrade the hull a bit. Development. Shallow jump is pretty good. It's like a short-range teleport. Just get that, I guess. And then you get another one. Plus range. Okay. Alright. We already looked at that one, yeah? Okay. This is new. Begin scan. And plasteel, sure. Alright. Explorator Void Station. When the Rogue Trader ship approaches the Adeptus Mechanicus Void Station, it is met with a hostile scrutiny of the station's defense lasers. An Explorator Lex mechanic who introduces himself as Service Unit 42 dispassionately inquires how the station can be of use to the Rogue Trader. Give Transuranium elements to the Adeptus Mechanicus. The station thanks the Rogue Trader for his cooperation and presents him with several containers of unused reserves as a token of gratitude. You traded fuel and got grenades. Propose a trade of resources. Upon consulting data from the station's main cogitator, Lex Mechanic Service 42 confirms the station requires rare transuranium elements or natural gas for research on an undisclosed nature. For its part, the station cannot offer the Rogue Trader anything in exchange at the moment, but the Adeptus Mechanicus representative on Footfall will certainly repay him for his aid. Leave the station. Okay. Chart new routes. Hey, nice. So this is where we've been trying to go in order to get the next bit of story for the Arbides DLC. Chart new routes. Alright, visit. Wow, there's a lot going on here. Alright. Board the Heartless. Save game. Alright, so just as a reminder, the Adeptus Arbides, they asked us to meet them here to help take down a pirate ship. And if we win, then what we get out of it is we get to keep the ship. So we'll have like a second ship with us. Also, pretty sure that guy's going to join as a playable character. If not now, then soon. The crew has discovered a hidden valley littered with thousands of animal skeletons. Augur data suggests that some kind of sleeping gas vents here. It's likely the animals either didn't realize they were headed for a deadly trap or even come here to die on purpose. Medicae, study it. After a series of experiments, the ship's weaponsmiths managed to perfect a few different types of ammunition. Gas cloud grenades. Okay. Look at... Hi, Wampa. Lord Captain, the Augur crew has spotted a fleet dead ahead. The drive signature of the enemy flagship matches that of the Heartless. The escort ships are sticking to it like flies to Grok's... Anyway, what are your orders? Give me a tactical report on the enemy. The enemy frigate is heavily armored and boasts a fighter launch bay, which for sure won't be empty. As long as the escorts are around to defend it, trying to board the vessel would be a death sentence. My advice is to take them out, then attack the Heartless itself. Once the frigate is damaged, we can close in and board it. Patch me through to the captain of the Heartless. A silken, almost whispering voice fills the air. Ah, the illustrious rogue trader has arrived at last. Let me guess, you will now graciously offer me one last chance to surrender. Brew me some recaf and wipe down the captain's throne after you vacate it. I will be there shortly. The Vox produces rustling laughter. We'll see if you are still feeling so insolent after my macro cannons make a few holes in your ship. Wipe down your chair, I'm about to take it. This one's slightly different from how I remembered from the demo that we did for it. Here comes the Heartless. Ready the cannons, aim strictly for the engines. Where's the allied ship? Alright, this is a little concerning. The allied ship? No, like when when I did this during the demo, the Solomorn ship he was here allied with me. You're here early? I didn't think I was here early. He told me to meet him here.
Cannons sing their twisted song. Sail upon the seas of void.
Restart shields. Take control of torpedoes.
Set course.
Detonate. You know, I equipped a thing that said I could launch little ships, but I don't see it. I don't know where it's at.
Void Master, if you please. Initiate macro cannon barrage.
It's the arrow above the torpedoes. Oh, thank you. I was wondering what that was. Appreciate it.
cannons sing their twisted song.
Wait, what's going on with the smoke? Evasion plus 30%, minus speed to the Rogue Trader's flagship, hit chance. Okay, so it's harder to hit stuff in here.
We broke their shield. Now break their spirit.
The destination is known. Engage the macro cannons!
Captain, the order the cannon stand down. We cannot board a heap of scrap. Okay, so we beat it. Or we got them dead in the water, so to speak. Lord Captain, the boarding teams are raring to go. The Heartless's Geller field generator's cooked, so no warp diving for them now. We've set off fireworks in their primary drive too. That rust bucket isn't going anywhere. We can begin the assault on the ship right away, but experience tells me this will go a lot smoother if we deliver a couple more precise strikes. How about we flatten a few heretics between the bulkheads to make the fighting easier for you, Lord Captain? High factotum. Your lordship, I must remind you that the Heartless has been promised you as spoils. Every new blow to the ship would also be a blow to the dynasty's treasury. I'll just fight the full brunt of whatever they've got. Prepare to board. Solomon, are your people ready? Ready and waiting. I will see you on the upper deck of the Heartless Rogue Trader. Okay. Yeah, so for those that didn't see it, there was a day a couple weeks ago we did a sponsored stream for Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, and they gave us a save file that was about at this point of the game. And so we just demoed like 2 hours of the game, and it was this ship fight. However, at the beginning of it, you get there, and Solomon pulls up on his own ship, and the two of you fight the enemy vessel. And then you both board it from like different positions, and there's like a two-pronged fight, which I think is what we're about to do now, which is the way we got here was different.
Yes, this area is clear.
Solomon. With the sparest of movements, Solomon attracts your attention. I will lead Delta XI squad along the lower deck. We'll distract the enemy and draw fire on ourselves. Your squad, call sign foe Rho Theta, will proceed along the upper deck. The objective is to reach the elevator. Rogue Trader, I request that you personally do not put yourself in the line of fire and do not take unnecessary risks. We cannot lose you. Once the deck sweep is complete, we'll rendezvous to regroup and launch the assault. He puts two fingers to his ear, listening to his comm bead. Another arbitrator squad has been hit hard. Find a way to open the door for us. There could be a cogitator or control panel nearby. But first, we will go down and get into position. We need to overwhelm the enemy with a surprise attack. So my guy is, the background I picked is he was an ex-arbitrator, so he knows extra arbitrator information. It seems your main formation is going to be A48. I will plan my squad's tactics with this in mind to maximize our effectiveness during the advance. The arbitrator's strength is in coordinated action. The enemy will fall under our joint onslaught. You may not be wearing the Arbites insignia any longer, but today you are my brother in arms. And not just mine. Isn't that right, arbitrators? Solomon's squad responds with a jubilant roar, and for a moment you feel as though you are carrying the marshal's mantle again. Let's move out. If you get in trouble, call us immediately. Solomon taps his finger on his Vox. Turning to his squad, he sucks in a lungful of air and roars. Delta Xi squad! Formation A48! Go, go, go! Why do we board this ship anyway? It's a pirate vessel. Okay, pirates stole a vessel that was essentially a fancy futuristic tax collector. This vessel would go to different worlds and collect the tithe, which is what they pay each year to the emperor to remain part of the Imperium. You know, basically, yes, we're continuing to work for the betterment of mankind, like as a whole. And the tithe is massive. Like, you know, think like the idea of an armored truck carrying money to a bank. Imagine that, but for worlds. So there is just like 1 billion gallons of oil on this thing. There's like you know, 1 million pounds of gold. There's some worlds just donate workforce, like labor. So there's like you know, a few thousand people on it, you know. And so pirates stole the tithe vessel, and the Arbites are in charge of Guardians. So they take this as a personal affront. And they have asked for your aid in taking it back. And they're like, you help us get back the tithe that is owed, and you can have the ship. And so that's why we're here helping. Curiosity. And I'm pretty sure the main guy that we were just talking to becomes a playable character later. Let's see. Muk, does YouTube display the game you're playing? I was wondering because of some confusion about the stream titles recently. You think it would be a good idea to start putting the game name in the title? It was kind of an experiment on my part, Jack. I always have the game that we're playing in the thumbnail, but sometimes if I am vague, again, it was an experiment. Sometimes if I'm vague, like, oh, starting new game tonight, sometimes people will pop in and give the show a chance that otherwise wouldn't even glance at the stream if they're just like, oh, it's Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So it was kind of, again, it was an experiment. I don't know that I'm going to keep doing that, but it was something I was trying out just to see how it worked. But does YouTube display the game name? Yes, it does. Yeah, if you look at the stream and like scroll down a little bit, it does display it. Nog says, hey Muk, did you see all the weird stuff going on with Subnautica 2? The publisher put out a statement with a process behind it, and I hate to say this, sometimes it's too easy to side with a $1 billion megacorp. Sometimes it's too easy to side with a $1 billion megacorp? Huh? Okay, so I know I've seen people saying, I've seen people posting on Twitter and stuff that like, hey, we should boycott Subnautica 2 because they fired all of the original developers of Subnautica. It's not the same people anymore. And also, they postponed the game being released, which made the developers that were still there ineligible for bonuses that they had earned. I don't know anything more than that. I've seen tweets to that nature. I don't know what you mean by too easy to side with.
There will be no
Let's see. A low rumble from the shaft tells you that an elevator from another deck is coming this way.
While perusing the Lord Captain's library, I discovered the memoirs of the greatest quartermaster who has ever served the Von Valancius dynasty.
We're talking about this now?
Silverto Diono. His sly tactics will be of great help to us during this boarding operation.
Okay. They're here, help! Cargo, yoink. Open the door in the lower chamber. Alright. And there go the RBDs. We have the advantage. Formation K-12. The enemy crew has blocked the door from the other side. Explosives are required to make a way through. I got that. I got explosives.
Justice be ordained.
Pascal. Steel Talons. Buff to Cyber Eagle. Insulator Shield. The wielder gains 1 deflection and 8% parry. Incoming energy, fire, and shock damage reduced by 35%. Crescendo.